Hey everybody, as you can see, I have a perfectly clean face. Today we're going to do a full makeup tutorial. I thought it was time to just go for it, do the whole thing, so this is going to be the longest video that we have. Now, me getting ready does not take that long, but I'm going to kind of try to walk through the different steps that I do. So first I'm putting on the hyaluronic acid. I'm going to take my scrub brush, get all that dead skin off. Okay. Now I'm going to take my lip brush. I'm going to use some of the rose gold elixir. Drop it on there. Buff those lips. Everything's nice and smooth. Okay, now as you can see, I have a lot of discoloration just from tanning when I was younger. I have freckles, I have fine lines, I have all kinds of problems. So the very first thing that I'm going to do, because I'm old school, I'm an old school makeup artist, I was taught to start with a clean canvas. You'll see a lot of makeup tutorials where they start with their eyes because of the fallout. I do not start with my eyes. I was taught to start with my face, give myself a nice clean canvas to work with, and then build up with color. So first I have my color corrector. I actually need more colors because I have some red spots that I'd like to get rid of, but this is for the purple under my eyes. And I'm just dabbing it in. You lose a lot less product when you dab as opposed to wipe. But you will see me wipe when you want a thinner coverage. Okay, you see how it's taking that purple away? Now these are just my steps that I use. I'm going to go ahead and swipe it over to my top because I do have some discoloration on my top as well. Now if you find these too big and bulky to work with, cut them in half. They're perfect. You can cut them in fours too to get a nice sharp edge. If you get them too chunky. Okay. So we have the color corrector. Don't worry, there's going to be more. Because now I'm going to put on my primer. If I can find it. My daughter gets in my drawer. Here we go. So we've got the Smashbox Photo Finish. This stuff goes on like silk. It's amazing. And I'm almost out. Which just means trip to Sephora for me. Okay. You notice I do not use an eye primer because I've already done my eyes with a color corrector. So they're primed. And I'm also going to do some concealer on them, which will be also the priming there. Okay, so I'm going in with my NYX contour and doing a second layer of color correction with the powder with a brush. Sorry for all the congested sounding videos. I've been fighting something since Christmas time. So I sound super nasally right now. This powder is just going to lock in that yellow liquid color corrector that I used. Using the yellow. To try to get a nice finish there. Okay. So what I use for foundation, and I use very little of it, is this Infallible by L'Oreal. It's fantastic, and it is a full coverage. Gives a natural finish, not one of those cakey finishes. I cannot handle cakey makeup. I just put a little bit on my hand. A little bit goes a long way. And I'm going to take my beauty blender again. Dab it. I'm going to start over some of my discolored areas and just kind of work it in. I have freckles, and I don't like to cover them completely. I kind of like my freckles, but can you see the difference? I'm pushing the product into the skin, not brushing it on. You're going to use a lot more product if you just swipe, swipe, swipe. Gives it a lot more natural finish. Look at that. Oh, just got it in my hair. Got a little touch by the angels sweeping my hair. Okay. Cover up some of my little dark spots. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my contour palette again. I'm going to go dark, dark, but not a lot. I'm going to draw a light line where I want my contour to go. Right under the apple of my cheek. I'm just giving myself a quick guideline. Use a different brush. Okay, now I'm going to go up to the corners of my forehead, draw some lines. Still using that dark color. Okay? I'm going to go with a shade lighter. Go across the top of my forehead. And go in again in between my lines that I already made. Do I look like a monster yet? Okay, the one thing I have is a very sharp chin. So I'm just going to minimize that. Now, the one thing I do not do, that you see in a lot of videos, is shape these slope skinny noses, because I have the world's worst slope skinny nose. So you're never going to see me exaggerate that. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a highlight. Just adding the lighter color. Now I don't do here this sharp line here because I have jowls. See, I have this rectangular face. I don't want to exaggerate that. I'm going to take a lighter powder and erase it. Do you see how immediately my one side of my face looks smaller? It's crazy. Alright. Now that I have all that done, I take a nice soft buffing brush. It's super soft. And I just blend. This is just the base contour. It's very, very vague. Or not vague. It's been a long day. It's very, I can't think of the word. It's a soft contour. I can't remember the word, but I give up. So then what I'm going to do is go in with a bronzer. I feel naked without cheeks. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. It looks so pretty on some people, but without cheeks, I just feel so blah. So I'm just taking a soft brush and my L'Oreal True Match. I'm just going to work up the side of my face and back down where I contoured. Give myself that sun-kissed look. Around. This light is probably the worst possible for me to do my makeup in. Alright, now that we have that, just a kiss of blush. Just a kiss. I have this MAC, I'm old, it's called Fuji. No, Fiji. No, Fuji was right. I give up. Y'all, it's just been one of those days. So I'm just putting it above bronzer. Not a lot, just a kiss of color. The reason you don't see me smiling a lot when I'm doing my makeup is because I'm a nervous smiler. So I tend to smile a lot, like, yeah, okay. So I just like to check to see what I look like when I dork out and go, hey. Like, how's that makeup sitting when I'm doing that? Kiss of pink. Not much, just a little bit. Alright. And now for the eyes, I'm trying to decide what I want to use. So I've got 3 here that I might work in between because I am woman, hear me roar. I'm allowed to do that if I want. So we have the Just Peachy Too Faced. I love this. I absolutely love these matte colors. So I'm going to start with that. What I'm going to do is get a nice soft brush. Fluffy one. Here's my favorite fluffy. Alright, this is a crease and blending brush, but I use it for a lot of things. So I'm going to go with this Peach Meringue, the lightest color, because again, I want to start my eyes the same way I started my face, with a clean canvas. Now, when I was young and God loved me, I had unhooded lids. I had these beautiful, huge lids. But now, over time, you see the hood? I've gotten hooded. So I've had to adjust how I do my makeup over the years for that hood. And one of those things that I had to do was give up eyeliner. Well, cat liner, it just, if you make it too thick, it just, your crease is completely gone. So instead I like to do a smoked out eye. That way you can't tell that it's creased, because I still have quite a bit of room. I'm still pretty lucky here to have a pretty large eyelid area. I hate this cold. Has anyone else been sick? I swear I've been sick since Christmas. Maybe longer. Okay, so now I have a nice base color to work on. I'm going to go in. I'm going to clean this off before you see. I'm going in with this peach tea. I love this peach tea. My eyes are hazel and they'll change colors depending upon what I wear around them. And there's something about this tan colored peach tea that starts to make my eyes look blue. So I'm just going above my crease because, like I said, I have a hooded lid, so I don't want to put it directly into the crease yet. This is my transition colors. So I'm just blending it out into the meringue color that we used. Oh, I'm such a heavy breather. I'm sorry. It's because I can't breathe through my nose, and I can't stand not being a nose breather. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with Peach Tart, which is a little darker. I'm starting to get a little darker each time and bringing it in a little closer to the lid. I'm sorry, the lid line, the lash line. I love, love brown, smoky eyes. I just love them lately. Now, if you have a problem with fallout, you can always take one of those little cosmetic rounds and cut them in half. Put on some oil and just stick them to your bottom lid. There's nothing wrong with starting with your eyes if you have fallout problems. Alright, now I'm going to get a little bit of this just right because it's a little red and I just kind of dig it. I'm going to blend it in to the crease. Okay. And now the chocolate dipped, which is the darkest one. I'm getting a little closer to the brush because I want a little bit more control. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the exact same, but I'm going to do it under my eyes. To do that, I need a little bitty brush. So I'm going to use a little bitty brush. We'll start with the peach tea. And this one's going to go out a little farther. Do you see the peach tea showing up? Because of the shape of my eye, I'm going all the way out with that. I have almond-shaped eyes. So I just want to make sure it blends kind of seamlessly with what I've just done to my upper lid. Do you see what I'm doing here? Okay, now I'm gonna skip all the rest of the colors. I'm going straight for that chocolate dip, the darkest. I'm going right into the waterline. And I'm blending it out with the V. You see what I just did? Oop, just got something more. What you think? I told you, I don't spend a lot of time doing my makeup. It really is that quick and easy. We're at 24 minutes now. If you're taking an hour or so to get ready, you ain't doing it right. So now I'm going to put on some mascara. Here's what I like to do. All right, this is that Colossal by Maybelline. I am a mascara junkie, and I love this stuff. I have bought every expensive mascara on the market, and this is my favorite. So, I'm just going to kind of roll it around, pull it out. Little FYI, the brush is supposed to represent how it coats your eyelashes and what they're supposed to look like. So what I do is look down, I lay it on top of my lash and roll. Okay? Once I do that, I get it in my hair, like I just did. Okay, and then I go to the base and wiggle up. I have very little eyelashes because when I was very young, I decided to hold a Roman candle to my face and blow it up. So I'm lucky I don't have a lot of burn scars. Here comes my naked daughter. So there's one I done. Now roll. And what it does is it's going to curl my lashes out a little bit. And then I'm going to wiggle. Wiggle.
This is my side.
It is. Okay. So for the bottom lashes, I have a very bad habit of getting it all over my damn face. So I'm just going to lightly brush the ends to give them length.
Your eyebrows.
I know, right? Mommy's pretty. It's always nice to have a built-in fan.
What are you doing?
The last thing I'm going to do, I don't like when I do a big eye, big bold eye, and a big bold lip. So since I did a big bold eye, I'm just going to do a little light pink lip. By light pink, I mean MAC. And this is steady going. It's not anything, it is not dramatic at all. Look, I'm being sarcastic. I don't know if you knew that. Can you please? Just a little lipstick so I can cook some spaghetti for dinner tonight. No big deal. No big deal. Oh, good.
Is it good?
And there she is. What do you think? Do you think Mommy did a good job?
Yeah.
All right. Last step. Becca highlight. Love this. You'll see some people use a fan brush to do their highlight. or a little brush that's fluffy. I'm just going to go ahead and use the fan brush.
I love it.
And the reason that you use a highlighter is to give you that dewy look that you lose over time. So it's important for us, not important for 15-year-olds that have dewy skin already. So I'm just lightly going over the tops of my cheekbones. I'm going to do a little bit right here. Do the under my eyebrow. Down my nose. And across my Cupid bow.
I'm gonna make it like you. Think kind of like this one.
You are? That's an expensive makeup for you to be playing with.
This is like
So,
I do.
anyways, there's the finished look. You see the highlight?
Yeah, highlight.
The eye. Inevitably, I'm going to get mascara under it. I just wish I could stop doing that. Looks like I already got some on top. That's fantastic. But I'm just in for the night. This is a quick, just my normal morning routine. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Okay, we're at 30 minutes, so I'm going to let you go. I hope you have a great one. Stay glamorous, moms.